Then we move on to Kognitivierungsphase oder Bewusstmachungsphase. This is the phase where you explain the important characteristics of the grammatical structure and the rules. Like it was mentioned before, this can be introduced between the presentation Übungsphase or before the Übungsphase or before the Präsentationsphase or at the end of the Übungsphase or during the Präsentationsphase. This is the key phase where the student gets to learn what the grammatical element actually means. Then we move on to transfer. Here a lot of exercises are given to the students with the base grammatical structure. The main difference is this will be in a completely new situation. Thereby the students are now made ready to use the grammatical elements in different contexts and new situations. And that's the second part. Verankerung der gelernten Struktur durch Übungen in vielen unterschiedlichen Kontexten. So first you would have learned the grammatical structure for Einkaufszentrum. Now you will try to use it for Wegweiser. How to get to this place, how to get to that place. The structure would be the same, but it's a different context. Affective engagement, meaning the students must be engaged to do social activities, because when you are doing something as a single person task, it won't be that interesting and it might result in fossilization of errors. So you try to organize games or try to practice Gruppenarbeit and Partnerarbeit. This kind of engaging students in different groups is called as affective engagement. Aufmerksames, bewusstes, aktives Verhalten der Lernenden. So these exercises should make sure that the students pay attention to the exercises and they do know what they have to do or what they are supposed to do. The exercises should be designed in such a way that it should instigate or bring out the creativity of the students and thereby enabling them to make conscious decisions which will help them to learn the grammar. Finally, you have the Gebrauchsradius. You should basically say up to what extent a particular grammatic element can be used in a real life situation or in a classroom situation. Basically, RSZ is a simple example. You can say when you want to use the Z form, use it always when you're talking to new people, strangers. Then ask them if you can switch to do and then talk it out in do. Similarly, there are certain situations where you say use dative or use preteritum when you're writing and then use perfect when you're speaking out. So these are different ways of transfer. Then we have the Anwendungsphase. Here there are no exercises. Here the students are supposed to speak normally. So you give them a real communicative situation and they are supposed to speak out freely. Here they are allowed to do errors. So the focus only results or lies on the Inhalt. Spiele, Projektunterricht, Diskussion are typical examples for this communication situation. Simple example is somebody go to lost and found and they have to get back their Mutze or a cap. So you get this conversation going in the classroom of Deutsch and then you can either do a discussion, have a one-to-one, etc. Or somebody comes late to the class, then you can ask them, why are you late to class, in German, and make the student reply in German. So these are all the communicative situation exercises. Then we have Auswahl, geeigneter Sozialform. Sozialform are basically the Einzelarbeit, Partnerarbeit, Gruppenarbeit, which are to be always practice so that they get a wechselreiche Übungsexperience. They always help to learn successively by learning from others. So for grammatical exercises or grammatical elements, the following needs to be taken care of. So make sure you are doing a gemischte Gruppenarbeit, meaning you put the fearless and the fearful students together so that they can motivate each other and support each other. You must also do entdeckendes Lernen, and when you do that, do it in small groups. So give them a task and then tell them, try to find out what is the grammatical element in this task and how it is being used. Make sure to change the Lern partner so that you prevent Fehlerfossilisierung. Fehlerfossilisierung or Fossilisierung basically means when students learn a particular way with errors, and when they are not notified about the error, then they tend to use the same form again and again, and that way once it gets into the Langzeit Gedächtnis, it's difficult for them to change. So to prevent that, you always change the learn partner. Finally, always discuss all the results of the Gruppenarbeit in public or in open so that everybody knows what is right and what is wrong and how the other group has worked on the particular task. Finally, you have Formulierung von funktionalen Arbeitsanweisungen. Whenever you are making grammatical exercises or any exercise, you have to basically give Arbeitsanweisungen, meaning how to work. Don't write a big paragraph for that. That's what this topic basically says. Whenever you are giving tips to work, make it short, sweet, simple and precise. And make sure the communicative and Lernziel-spezifisch formation is followed. Make sure that you have a communicative Ziel and a Lernziel whenever you are forming the Arbeitsanweisungen.
With that, the chapter comes to an end. Please feel free to like, subscribe and comment to the channel. If you have any questions, then contact me via email or put down your comments and I'll be able to reply. Thank you.